I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 7 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave them floppy, face naughty, talking all aki.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
Here's Gibson to start the drive. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now it's Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, right back to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Burrow's throw there caught by Gallup. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Complete right side to Otten. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Gibson will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now Brown. Now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Jets have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of
touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Gibson again. And space tough to come by there. So we get maybe a yard to the 37.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against his defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite
trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And it's a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do, but let's face it. You know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Rolling to his left. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Hey, smash Broncos.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
60
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Straight in and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now. Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh? Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy. Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds. Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass. I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now White lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Craig. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is White on the screen. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
1-1, ready?
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 169 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try to run with Hall. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a give to White. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Burrow. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets 17. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This is caught. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to claw one back. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, 194 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, they'll throw. And this is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Albert O, 32 yards. And the Jets have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
11.
Now Burrow. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about getting some of it back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.